Hello guys, FlashofNight here, and we're going to be watching Boise State University play against Wildcard Development. This is an amateur team with some pretty talented players. They're going to be going against Boise State University. And we'll see what the current pick is. We're going to be able to skip it over the draft though, because I don't have the individual plays or picks. So we got some pretty strong individual champions coming out. That Thresh Lucian bot lane is going to be quite oppressive in the early game. Anivia is also very strong on this patch, so that's a notable pick. Her cooldowns have just been recently buffed by Riot, giving her a shorter R so she can spam it more frequently, and she now has chilling on her Q, so passing through targets will now slow. Basically just making the champion overall better. She's seen about a 53% win rate in solo queue, which is relatively high. While you have champions like Renekton and Gragas slowly seeing their way into pro play recently. Very good champions. So far, we've seen Gragas counter Renekton when it comes to pro play, but this is a little different as it is amateur, as those things don't really always add up. These players are not as good, but they are still very competitive. Not any creative itemization or crazy itemization coming out, really. Kind of got the basics from both sides. I think the thing is to note is that Thresh is going for the AD, not the AP. Sometimes Threshes can pick the opposite item, and they can choose between the two. But here we are clearly seeing a pick for that AD, trying to get that early game power. Not too much happening here. Both going to leash. We can see that Lilia is going to be starting on a leashless Krugs, so that's going to give her bot lane that early level 2 prio, along with giving her own team the ability to keep the jungler safe, so those ganks are going to be more effective. Not too much happening in any of the lanes. Getting pretty even in CS. Not too much happening as Renekton is trying to threaten him with the auto attack. Oh, getting that grass doing a sizable amount of his health. And Red Sauce just gets chunked for about 200 HP. Able to heal off that Q, but in that Thorn's Blade, still taking a sizable amount of damage. It looks like WCD is going to be able to get that level 2 prio bot side as he's going to threaten. He's able to get the hook. Not too much happens. Gets some auto attacks. They go back in for a re-engage. Goes for the auto attack and taking a sizable amount of trade. Dean loses almost all his health. Almost had a burn heal there. Still have the flash and the heal up. Lily is just clearing out her top side. Red is completely done. Looks like she's going to be doing a full clear alongside Kindred. As Red Hot's just try to get some decent damage, and he is playing Renekton into that champion, as you can see that. Oh, Dean's able to use his E to cancel the knock pull by Thresh. I think the most important thing is to focus on this jungle pathing, as both these junglers are scaling junglers, especially champions like the Kindred. They're just getting ready, setting up to get these crabs for both sides, as we can see. Level 3 for both players. Renekton is dropping down, helping Kindred pick up that, which is really important to realize. Ghostly getting quite low actually, but he does have double buffs. Having his jungler come down to help break that shield is really helpful for him, taking away basically 300 HP from just having a CC ability. Not too much happen, as we can see mid lane's gonna deal with a jungler roam, as it looks like they're gonna be contesting Kindred here. Jumps into the middle and gets rooted, hits the stun. It looks like Lilia is gonna be able to get the first blood, and is gonna trade 1-for-1 for the junglers. Really good job coming out from Kindred there, able to hit all those abilities even when she was stunned down. And a really massive trade happened in the top lane. We didn't even able to see it from what was going on, but Renekton loses almost all his HP. Gonna try to take it back. And it looks like topside is going to get canceling it. As we can see, teleport coming out from mid lane. Not too much happening, as we can see a sizable CS lead start to form in the bot lane. It looks like they try to go in onto Lucian. He just backs up. As Red Hots is out of teleport. Teleport advantage is currently for WCD. Really important, especially with a Gragas who has a lot of CC potential. So he's just trying to wait for that level 6. He's going to be able to try to all-in somebody. Oh, as we can see, Red Hot's just having a gank attempt on him. They keep pinging those Krugs as they are still there. The mark is still on them. But I think Kindred's going to have to sacrifice it. Oh. We can see the E coming out as Galio doing some damage. Not a lot, but still some. As we can see Ascent going in with Kindred in the mid lane. Another thing happens in the bot lane as they walk away. Mid lane is able to get some good damage in, but it's not enough. It looks like, remember, is at 100 HP. Gets a knock up. He's going to be stunned. That's going to be another kill for Lilia. Lilia is going to continue the chase onto Ascent. Ascent is going to have to burn Flash to get over the wall. It looks like they're going to try to chase him down even more, but he still has his passive up, and he's going to be getting away with 200 HP. Really good job coming out from WCD here, using those jungle roams, using that CC. They do have a sizable amount of magic damage, though. Solution is going to be their only 80 source. If he starts falling behind, he's not going to be doing too well. Kai'Sa is forced to farm from the backside due to her CS deficit and the power of Thresh Lucian early. As we can see, pretty standard trades going back. Red Hots is slowly getting more favorable trades as the lane continues, getting some more damage, allowing him to heal more. Gragas's Grasp is just doing crazy work, along with the fact that his passive gives him free regeneration. Misses the Q, though. Still doesn't matter. He has so much HP. Gets the ult and knocks him in the tower, and he has to burn Flash, too, and he's at 200 HP. As looks like Red Hot is getting supported by his jungler there. Porsche did have Flash, but he's deciding to force the ultimate and the Flash out of Red Hots here. That is just not something you want to happen. Thresh is not able to land the engage as Galio. This looks like they're going to come down, take that red buff. Look for that 4v2 bot side as they slowly move closer as Dean sees them out. Goblin's able to run away as they might take the camp. Looks like Kendra's going to try to chase after them. She has ults. She gets hit with the ultimate. She's in the back line. The wall comes up, and it's just enough, and it looks like the Lux ult is going to be able to take him out, as it looks like Sen's being running down by Nunu, and Lucian's going to be able to get the hook as they're pulling him down, and it's getting locked down. That's going to be a dead Anivia. The passive was worthless, losing so much farm bot side to come up. As we can see, still a 3v2 bot side. Lucian does have a kill and a sizable CS lead. Currently, both bot laners are not level 6, so Galio cannot go roam. He looks like he's going to walk at the W. Gets hit by the hook, though. Thresh does not choose to go in. He's able to get the Q off. Auto attacks, no mana on Lucian, though. Does have ultimate now. Gets some good auto attack, gets some good damage. Oh, he's able to trade back, and looks like Lucian's going to be able to get away with 200 HP. Kai'Sa is not level 6. She does not want to continue to fight that, even though she does have flash advantage. Looks like Red Hot is just going to be clearing out some wards alongside her. It looks like Kindred's going to be taking this opportunity, trading Dragon for the mark. Really good job on him. Also trading red buffs for the dragon, as we can see Red Hot's taking a very, very bad trade, with Poach being at basically 1500 HP, able to trade into him with that passive. Oh damn. Looks like Red Hot is going to be helping out Ethug get that herald. They are pinging it. They know it. Lucian is roaming bot top side. They look like they want to fight this. That's something they want to get. As they make their way to the camp, they're able to secure it. Kindred is going to be walking out. She's not able to hit by anything. Dean is here. Dean is in the middle of it. Gets the stunt off. He's just stuck in the middle. It looks like the ult coming out from Nunu is doing so much. It looks like Lilia is in the middle of it. She's just shut down. That's going to be a 0-1 for ACD. They're going to be on the 1. As it looks like Lucian's going to be able to do some follow-up damage. Red Hots is there just to help the CC, saving his mid laner, but not enough. As Dean barely gets out, burning both his summoner spells. Still does not have ultimate. As we can see, the Goblin is 1v1 bot side against the Gragas. Currently, blue side, Kindred. Sorry about that. I mean, Gromp is marked with the passive of Kindred, trying to get that. If you can see, Red Hot is going in, uses his E to get out, but that press the attack is doing some sizable work for Lucian here. He does not have the range. He does not realize that Thresh is here at the moment, doesn't have the vision. All of Kindred's camps are down, so she's going to be standing up top side, making sure he does not get engaged, as Galio is going to be slowly engaging bot side. Lilia decides to pick up the Gromp as it is marked, trying to delay that Kindred 4 mark power spike as much as she can. I think the most notable thing is the sizable CS leads that are starting to build up for WCD. They're getting some pretty good leads for themselves in this game, and that's going to eventually make them able to win this. They do not have a dragon. They're about down 2k gold and about 3 kills. But that mid CS lead, along with the kill, along with that jungle, crabs, and etc., slowly adding up. So we can see Dean is marked. He does have that magic spell shield, so he doesn't really have to worry about that too much. But he does still realize that he cannot have the engage that Thresh can. As we can see the artillery mage mid just hitting so much damage. He's going to hit Drowsy here. It looks like Lux is going to go for the ultimate, and it's enough, and she's going to die. That's going to be another kill for Lux there. It looks like she was going to get chased around by Kindred, and we can see the 1v1 by Porsche and Red Hot's. Not too much happening, though, as it looks like Porsche is looking for an engage, or at least a trade into him. Getting the E and the auto attack just to deny him some farm. Really good job in continuing that CS lead. This is what we've seen. The Gragas is just very oppressive, especially as a tank champion. That passive healing that he gets is just really strong, especially with an AP champion who uses mana. It's normally supposed to be a way for him to help clear the jungle, but in solo lanes allows him to get some extra damage along with more sustain. As we can see that Kindred's trying to clear the wave out. Lilia and Gragas are on their way mid. Will she get caught out here as Gragas does have ultimate? He does get spotted out, gets the crash. As we can see, Porsche is going to be able to clear the control ward. Not too much has happened in this game, as we can see the CS lead slowly grow. Kai'Sa is at the same power. Oh, looks like we can see Dean getting away. As we can see Lucian go in, gets the passive Q, gets the auto attacks. Oh my god, it's almost done. She ults behind him, getting the auto attack. It looks like Yashin is trying to get out. Thresh is trying to make his way through the river. Lux is trying to back him up, gets the ult. Stays off the engage. Looks like the teleport is coming out from Gragas. As they can see, we can slowly see them run away. Ult's coming down onto them. And that's going to be a RE combo. We can see Kindred picking up another kill. As we can see them in the bot lane right here. Trying to retreat to the turret. Trading a 2-4-1. Not the best, but that's going to be teleports coming out from both of BSU and of Porsche. As look, they're going to get the hook off. Misses the E, though. Kindred is at a health deficit considered. Or compared to, at least. They're getting the stun in the ult, doing some sizable damage, forced to gun out. As we can see, Kindred is 1v1ing the Lucian. She pops her own ultimate. She's here. They sought the ult, able to get that thing in. As we can see, Lilia's just going to fall, and Goblin's about to 1v1 the Lucian. He's just running at him. Oh, and he's almost able to trade it back. Didn't have heal. Goblin blows flash, and so does Lucian. Oh! That ult was almost able to connect. Maybe would have got a double kill. Dean's shield looks like it's pretty thick, though, so most likely would have just finished off Kai'Sa. Not too much happening here as Lux is without an ult. Is just looking for some good damage, though. Ascent does have his passive up, but he's just taking some crazy damage from Lux, the artillery mage. Just stupidly broken right now with that Luden's Echo. Has an first mythic for her. You can slowly see that power spike showing up for WCD, as that power spike on those mythics are going to give them a lead. Even though Kai'Sa has 2 kills and more CS, she doesn't look like she's going to have the power. Actually, she's going to be stronger than Lucian right now. Able to buy more gold, but it looks like Red House is going to get caught out here. It's going to be a kill. No, it's not. It's going to be like an ultimate. He blows his flash. He gets hit by the E, and that's going to be a kill and a summoner down for BSU. Hitting that summoner spell in the chat. Making sure that we remember that. Kai'Sa is solo bot, though. Currently, the amount of damage on this Gragas is quite ridiculous. Yeah, Yasin is going to be clearing it out, making sure his AD carry stays safe, but gets that solo XP and gold. And trying to help him get that tower. Is currently the only tower down in this game. Well, actually, there's 0 towers down in this game. They're trying to get one more on top side, as long as also BSU's bot side is quite low. We can see it in like the 200 HP range. About to fall, along with the top side. Very low. These turrets are probably going to fall. Lucian about to pick up first turret. As we go to see bot side here, as Porsche is just clearing out the minion wave. Oh, not able to get anything off that. As we can see, Kaisa slowly picking up a CS lead, even though she doesn't have first turret. As we can also, looks like Lily is going to be able to take another mark from Kindred. As it looks like Galio's making his way up along with Kindred. They're trying to get this mark for their team. Kindred skinning those 4 marks is very strong. Looks like they're going to be able to finish it off. Oh, looks like she's going in, doing some sizable gap damage into her. Pops the ultimate. It's not enough. The E coming out. Looks like Lily is going to be able to not make it out, though. Dean's going to get the kill. We can see the ult coming out from Dean. Able to give some time for Ethug. Ethug's going to be in the middle of it. He's going to hit by the ultimate by Lux. So Lux is going to take him out. You can see Lucian coming in. He's going to pop his Gale Force, use his ultimate. Dean's going to block for him to give him some space for Goblin. Not going to be enough, though, as he's forced to use his E out. Mini does not have flash, though. Cannot follow up. Dean is about to have heal, though. Thresh does have flash, though. He could flash Q here if Dean is caught on the recall. Oh, not too much going to be happening here. So we can see Lux does have some sizable amount of kills and assists, getting a good shutdown onto Kindred, along with this Anivia having a little bit less power due to the fact that she did end up buying a tier of the Goddess compared to a equal buy of Darksteel. Darksteel is a little less, but because she has bought it quite late, it's only got 2 stacks and a sizable CS lead in mid, about 50 farm. As we can see Ethug coming in, flash coming out from Dean, not able to cancel the ult, and we can see Remember missed the ult here. E coming out, he's going to get some auto attacks, and that's going to be enough to kill him, as that's going to be another kill coming out for Ethug here. Getting pretty fed. He's going to look to build Collector, actually, as he's going to go for that Serrated Dirk and Cloak, along with having that true damage Kraken Slayer. A sense in the mid lane, competing with the enemy AD carry is quite fed, as we can see, using the Q to dodge the enemy E, as Red Hot actually ends up getting hit by it. They're going to be able to take that here with the 3 of them, as looks like Kaisa's going to rotate mid to help defend that turret, but Gragas and the 2 of them are there, as we can see, picking up that objective for them. 0 towers down, though, on the side of BSU. Got about a 1k gold deficit, slowly decreasing it, but it's still quite sizable, as we can see. Kindred does have ult up, going in for some good damage into them. Lux throwing out some spells. They're going to be taking another thing, as the mark in the top side is gone, but Kindred not having all of the marks. If we see on her, she only has 6 hunts. Actually, she does have 6 hunts complete. She does have it finished, has the extra range and attack damage. So we can see like Ghostly get caught out. Ascent is going to be dead here. The wall is not enough. Looks like he's going to get bursted down. He's in revive form. The ult coming out from Galio is not enough to save him. Looks like they're going in with the Red Hots, using the Renekton ult and getting the Q. We can see Ethog on the backside, using his ultimate, going through for the auto attacks, getting that true damage. It looks like he's going to be able to take out Thresh. They're going to be in the backside of that red buff, using that, clearing that vision. Goblin is still at full HP along with Dean. Red Hots is quite low along with Ethog, though. That's going to be a 2-for-1. Or sorry, 1-for-1. Remember is making his way up there. As we can see, Dean is in the bush. They're going to be starting on that dragon. They pop the thing there, trying to trade the mid turret, as they're trading 1-for-1. Summoner spells for summoner spells. I think that fight is really notable from a really good job coming out from Ethog and Red Hots. Oh, he's going to look like he's getting engaged from Ethog. Doesn't have, pops his ultimate, is able to survive. Looks like Lilia is on the outside. Gets taunted. She's going to die, as we can see. Porsche gets out with the Lantern, but it's not enough. That's going to be another kill. It looks like Ethog's going to be chasing down the Thresh. She's not able to kill him, but that's going to be 2 more kills for BSU, taking back the lead of this game. Kaisa finally gets one of her first evolves. Has 3 kills. Looks like they're going to be taking that red buff and pushing topside. Remember and Yasin are going to be walking up through the jungle. Still not the 20-minute mark, so Baron is not up. Lilia is down, though, so she's going to be losing a sizable amount of farm. As we can slowly see the second items getting built for both teams. Currently, Gragas is going for some armor for that Kaisa, along with that Renekton. It will be interesting to see after these camps if Ethug decides to buy a collector on his back. Looks like he's just going to be clearing out a full rotation before taking it back as Baron spawns, making sure they got that vision on it, clearing out the control ward. As we can see, Ghostly, a little bit of a mistake on the end of the camp, but not too bad. Dean still has a support item, not completed yet. Same goes for Thresh. They do both have boots along with a completed locket of the Iron Solari. But I think the most important thing to realize here is the fact that Galio has that additional W shield, but no flash up. He cannot flash W at the moment. Thresh does have flash for that engage, which if he catches Ethug without his ultimate, he is most likely dead. Unless they can pull some crazy plays. It looks like they're trying to push mid. I don't know if that's a Baron marked Kindred ult, or Kindred marking, I mean. I think that is, actually. I don't know enough about the champion. So we can see they're just going to be taking out that top side. We're currently waiting for the next fight to engage as both teams are lacking teleport. But there is some flashes up for the mid lane or the top lane. Basically everybody but Lucian has flash for WCD compared to all of BSU who's missing flash on their jungler and mid laner. Ethug is pretty mobile on Kindred though, but that Ascent is not very mobile at the moment. He is playing a Nivea, 0 mobility. All she has is her wall to peel for her. If that doesn't go through, she is screwed. Throwing out some good abilities, just trying to get some clear, getting some vision, taking out some wards. Not too much happens. We can see Ascent fighting. Porsche gets his ult canceled. He's quite low. Starts his ult, getting some chilling. Ults him away. Doesn't realize this. Pops the wall. No Predator's paw. He's just going to be taking the trade. No ult on Gragas, though. It looks like Kai'Sa's going to be chasing him down. Don't think Kai'Sa can kill him right now with only a serrated Dirk and item. Don't believe that's enough damage at the moment compared to Gragas' just absolute tankiness. Kindred does complete Collector and already has 2 components of either Rapid Fire Cannon or she can go into Storm Razor. Both items are pretty good into this enemy team, but it will be interesting to see what they go for, as don't think range is her problem, but he could, we don't know for sure. Both teams, as we can see, there's a significant power advantage for Lucian compared to Kai'Sa, having that 2-item spike. Kai'Sa currently is sitting on 1,500 gold. This actually has more overall gold than Lucian. It just has chosen not to back. And Lucian actually is on sacks, or tier 1 boots. They currently walk over a ward, unknowing to them that they've done that. They're setting up for Dragon. 2,000k gold lead for the side of BSU right now, as I think it's really important to enter through mid here. The wave clear coming out from Kai'Sa is quite strong, but you have champions like Gragas and Lilia. Ethug's going for a flash, and he's going to be able to burn out Lilia incredibly quickly, and because the Austin does not land the hook, there's nothing that can happen. It looks like they're going to be able to just take the Dragon because of that one play. Such an incredible showing of skill there coming out from Ethug. We're actually going to go for a rewind of that real quick. As we can see this right here, as Ethug is looking for the kill. Has flashed up at the moment, as we can know Lux is there. She wards it. He has the ward, though. Goes for the flash, goes for the E, gets the auto attack. Thresh misses, and that's going to be that critical strike that's going to be able to reward her that kill along with that Collector. Really doing some work for her. That's the thing we like to see in these games, is those players making uses of their abilities for their team. Red Hots and Goblin are looking like they're going to want to start that Dragon. Bot side turret is still up, and it looks like Dragon is being marked for Kindred here. Redacted's going to be taken as Kindred's going to be soloing the Dragon, getting some good farm for Kai'Sa. Lilia is in the blue side jungle. Excuse me. I think this game is getting to solely a stalemate, as we can see that The Kindred is just much further ahead due to her pathing than Lilia, along with those kills and ganks. And the fact that she has those Kindred stacks is going to help her out a lot. You know, those Kindred stacks are going to give her more and more damage overall, and that's just something that's going to be really powerful until the enemy. I think the biggest thing to note right now is Gragas in these team fights. If he's able to get some multi-man knockups on a champs like Galio onto Kindred, knock them out of the Kindred ultimate. That's going to be very important to realize. If they can knock those champions out of those ultimates, it's going to be very good for WCD, as that ultimate for Kindred is very valuable, and if she's out of it, she's probably making a play that requires her to be in that protection, in that invincible barrier. You can see both teams are just kind of slowing down, clearing, getting gold. Overall vision, as we can see, 2 item power spikes coming out for most of the team. 80 carry, small CS lead, causing the overall gold advantage to be for Lucian rather than Kai'Sa. Ghostly Cat is setting up for this dragon. As we can see, Ethog is just having so much farm right now, going for the rapid fire cannon on 3 items and boots. Trying to catch Ethog. Looks like Ascent is going to be in the middle of it. Does have flash though. He's going to be caught though. He's just going to end up dying as Galio ults him. Gets the knock up. Gets canceled on his E though. Really, no, gets for the ultimate. 4-man thing coming out from Lilia. Good job. The ult comes out from Lux. They pop the ultimate onto Goblin and from the Kindred, as they're going to be able to try to trade it back, but it's just so much damage. Kai'Sa goes in the back line, able to pick up the Lilia, as looks like they're going to go chase down. Mini is there, does not have flash, does not have heal. Looks like they're going to. Goblin is just healing so. Oh no, that's Red Hot. Sorry, Red Hot is healing so much, is able to get away. The overall damage he's doing is just not enough, and that's going to be a 3-for-1. Lilia with that flash Q ult Zhonya's was so powerful, getting a 4-man sleep. So impressive. That's just such a good play. BSU were unable to do anything. It looks like the flash coming out from Dean is not enough. Getting the multi-man stop, trying to buy time for that Anivia. Getting the auto attacks. It looks like Nivea is also going to die here. Not able to do anything. They're just sacrificing themselves and not able to get kills. This is not what you want to see right now. Throwing away multiple bounties. Kindred losing a 555 gold bounty. Delaying the Baron, though. In BSU's eyes, that was probably worth it, delaying that Baron and potentially hoping for a kill, but we're unable to get it. Ethug is almost level 16. Will almost be able to get that ultimate up to its final form, getting more HP regen on its end cast. But we can see that Lilia's ultimate was much more valuable in those fights. I mean, Ethug was able to keep him alive, but Lilia getting that 4-man sleep just bursted down half their team to the point where if Ethug was a second later with his ultimate, he was dead. His team was dead. Lux doing a really good job aiming for that ult on the back line, trying to burst up the Kai'Sa and the Anivia. Not the Anivia, sorry, the Kai'Sa and the Kindred, but that Kindred ult was just giving them so much sustain due to the invincibility. There's nothing they could do. Able all to come out on the top of the fight. It's a 2-2 dragon lead, about even gold, even objectives. Would say that the Cloud Dragon is stronger than the Mountain Dragon for a team like this, as the ultimates coming out from Lux and Ghostly Cat are much stronger, as they're just going to get some pretty good damage. Red Hot's going for that MR item to prevent the damage coming out from that Gragas. Gragas not going for any AP outside of that starting item. Oh, ult coming out. Not able to connect with anybody, as Kai'Sa is getting run down. Gets hit, gets ulted though. It looks like Dean is trying to stall. Gets a 2-man stunt. And it looks like Kai'Sa is still dying from the back line, as Ethug is here, unable to pop his ultimate, gets knocked up. And that's going to be 2 kills, going 1 for Lucian, 1 for that Lilia, as Ascent is walking back, able to get the root, gets stunned. That's going to be a 4-4-0 for the side of WCD. Really good job for them here.
that first game is. There looks like they're going to be taking this Baron here. Really good shot calling as the Dragon is also up. Going to putting BSU on soul point. Very important to realize the itemization coming out. Going to be shocked that the Lily does not decide to go for the Moonstone and Staff of Flowing Water, but it makes sense as that Hourglass is very valuable. She could have started building into it now, though, I believe. Healing for her team would not be a bad idea, along with the increased movement speed. It is shown to do just as much, if not more, damage to the sustain. That's a lot of gold for that mid laner. Lux is going to be able to buy her next item. Deciding to go actually for the Horizon Focus. Very strange ability because of how unique it is. You have to do damage to a champion with a non-targeted ability at over 750 range. So a skill shot. You have to skill shot someone with at over 750 units. Or immobilize them and reveal them, increasing the damage they take from you by 10%. Which isn't that crazy of an item, but for how much gold you're buying it for, it's quite effective. Looks like she's just trying to build as much AP to burst and do as much damage she possibly can right now. We can see that as we can point out earlier, that Storm Razor coming out for Kindred. Quite obvious, as we can see Kindred trying to go in, getting some good auto attacks, has the flash, gets the ult coming down onto her as Red Hot is in the middle of it, is getting just CC locked down, getting that good heal. What is that healing coming out from Red Hots? He's not able to live though. It looks like the Lilia ult is getting popped. Kaisa is 1v1ing, gets flash, is going to end up dying to the Lilia and the Lucian. That's going to be a dead Ascent there. That's going to be a total 3 for 0. We can see more and more of this lead of BSU crumbling. 6,000k gold lead for the side of WCD. Guys, it's currently dead. There's 22 seconds left. They are going to try to end the game here. Dean is still alive, and so is Ethug. They're going to be able to do some sizable damage. It looks like Ethug is getting flashed into the wall, but that damage comes out. That's going to be a dead Gragas. Lucian is stuck in the middle of the tower. He's going to be bursted down. Ethug is going to pop his ultimate, give himself some space, and Lucian is also going to fall to tower damage after burning his flash. And that's going to be a living Thresh. Kaisa is here right now, though. Is going to look to land that W potentially. Teleport coming out from Red Hots. Is able to hit the W, as we can see. Kaisa going in for some auto attacks. Not enough. That's going to pick up another kill. As Ascent is here, getting that stun, getting that ultimate, doing some crazy damage, even though he's 2 levels behind. And Lux is not able to finish him off. Has ultimate up, didn't have the mana though. Ascent is quite behind compared to Lux right now. If we compare the overall gold, he's at a 5k gold deficit. And was still able to do that much damage. That attack speed coming out from Ethug, quite impressive, as he's just going to be bursting everything down. Red Hots with that Gore Drinker healing, and that Renekton ult, just diving the enemy team and healing up almost 1,000, 2,000 HP. As we can see, Munoz is over there, gets spotted on the ward. They're trying to spot him out here. As they're able to get the taunt off, he's not able to move. That's going to be another pick for Ethug and BSU. They're trying to get those picks for their team. Using that E to get over the walls and made him susceptible to that bush. Really good job from BSU taking advantage of their team's willingness to farm. No objectives on the map. Ethug is level 18. The most fed member of BSU. Does have some crazy itemizations. Not too much happening though, as we can see. Gragas is going in, trying to get some damage. It doesn't even hurt Dean, as he is so fed right now. As we can see the E coming out right as Red Hot uses that second cast. Not able to follow up. Hitting level 17 himself. Those two are the most fed players of this game. As we can see, we can find... Oh, Dean is buying the item that increases your champion size, as he's going to buy the consumable iron of elixir of iron, I mean. I think it's really important to realize just how crucial Ethug is for BSU. If he falls, the team fight is over. Galio needs to peel and give Ethug space inside his own ultimate. Gragas' goal is just to ult them out of Ethug's ult. That's all he wants to do. And Nivea's staying in the backline, and she is quite low. As looks like Porsche is trying to do some poke. They have 0 vision. Dragon is up. It is Soul Point. Looks like they're trying to force a contest of their base in response. As Ethug is running after him. Able to follow. Pops his ultimate, doing some sizable damage as it looks like the rush is here. As Lily is able to pick up that dragon. Oh, not enough. She is by her lonesome as Lux and Lily are getting collapsed. And she's taunted in the pit. And it looks like she goes in. Oh, they're able to get the smite, and that's a soul coming out from both of them. Really good job picking up the kill. Ult forced by Kindred as Lux decides to run away, getting some good damage off. Flash coming out from Red Hots. Gets the auto attack, gets a still. Looks like the Galio's coming out from the ult. They're going to get the knockup, and that's going to be another confirmed kill for Renekton. Getting his first kill of the game. I don't know why I said another, though, but that doesn't matter. Let's just continue. I think right now this game is coming to a conclusion as that 6-item Kindred is just crazy strong with her own ultimate. Ultimate cooldown is slowly decreasing. Even though they gave it up, they're just being so aggressive, getting every objective that they can, fighting for everything, just catching people out. As we can see, Galio unable to get that engage onto the Lucian. Would have been another pick for him. As we can see, the Galio is slowly catching up in levels. He's the same level as Ascent. Ascent's been having a rough game, to say the least, being 3-8 compared to the enemy being 8-5. Along with the support, it was just not a good day for him right now. Lux does have Rabadons, though. Not too much happening as we can see Ghostly and Lux just running it down into the middle of the lane, trying to get picks. Ghostly trying to throw out his E. Gragas throwing out all his abilities, trying to get some wave clear onto this Baron buff. Top side is pushed in, so it looks like they're not going to be able to force that, along with bot side too. They're able to wave clear this enough. Ult coming out from Lux is just almost annihilating Ascent. Ascent is 1 HP from a single Lux ability. Holy crap. Lux has a 19-second ult cooldown, already pinging it. Has it about halfway up right now. She's going to be able to ult again, just start spamming those things like crazy if she hits targets. I think the most important thing right now in this game is for Ethug to get picks onto these players. Looks like she's going in. Flash coming out from Ethug. He's going to be 1v2 and goes in for the Lucian. Lucian is dead here, and that's going to be another kill. Looks like the Ghost coming out. Goblin going right in for him, picking up his second kill of the game. Goblin is not able to follow up. Will he be able to get the second kill, though? Getting that auto attack that Collector is going to be finishing him off. Really good ult coming out from Goblin here, along with Ethug 2v1 and using his flash to dodge the CC. Still has his ultimate up, and that's going to be probably game for BSU. Unless they can be able to get some picks from WCD here. We're going to go into the second game as BSU is showing some strong contenders coming out. Even though they had some losing lanes, Ethug was able to carry with that Kindred incredibly well, going 13-6, along with Goblin going 8-2. Really good job from everybody in that game. So we're going to move on to the second game. Hello everybody, FlashofNight here with game 2 of the Wildcard Development Team versus Boise State University varsity squad. As we can see, switching sides. Game 1 did go to BSU, running the same bot lane as they did last game to a Senna Seraphine lane. Senna had some changes that makes her quite strong right now, and Seraphine is just an enchanter mage that can abuse the current Moonstone build and Staff of Flowing Water for some insane healing and mobility.
It's going to be a interesting game that's going to be affected by the builds of each player. Senna is choosing to go for fasting Senna. If you don't know what fasting is, brief rundown. Senna just doesn't farm. She doesn't kill the minions. She doesn't try to get gold. She just tries to get stacks for her team, which allows Seraphine to get the CS, to get the gold, making a stronger Seraphine than a normal Seraphine, but also as strong as Senna than a Senna support. The idea is it will hopefully be stronger than the duo of an 80 carry support, but is also very susceptible to backfiring if it falls behind, because you don't have that in crazy scaling late game. Senna's the only one who can really do this because of her stacks that give her increased damage, and eventually she can convert into the 80 carry by selling her support item. Very rare though. In pro play, not as rare, but it's still something to consider. As they are going for a really early invade here, following Ghost Cat as they're popping the ward. Goblin is going for an auto attack. It'll be interesting to see if he auto attacks this, trying to burst this down, as they're just kind of waiting for cooldowns. Hitting that ability, missing some of that stuff. As they pop the ghost coming out from both of them, goes in, gets the smite. That's going to be picked up for Ethug, getting that Q auto attack coming in, as we can see the Malphite going over the wall. The flash comes in, going for that flash Q by Ascent. Not able to pick up, as Red Hawk is going to get solo killed by Porsche healer, flashing for that auto attack. Going to be able to pick up that kill, as we can see Q coming out, auto attack from the Kaisa, taking some sizable amount of damage, as Remember just uses his Q on Victor to give himself that shield, sustaining against the Malphite Q as well. Gonna be a really tough lane for Malphite to even really poke out Remember, or... Oh, that's some serious damage on the Kaisa, getting hit by 2 Seraphine slows, and also the Senna root, just making her... She would have been stunned there if it wasn't for the fact that she was playing the Senna root getting delayed. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Oh my god. Let's just have some fun with this, but it's going to be important to watch how many stacks that Senna has, especially at the 5-10 minute mark on her first back, second back, as that's going to give her more gold. Dean deciding to go for the W is a really good choice here, giving himself a lot of MR that's going to help him sustain against this damage coming out from... Oh, Olaf is showing. This is important to watch here. Olaf showing, deciding to go for the scuttle, is actually at a level disadvantage compared to Ethug. Ethug is actually waiting and choosing to go for the camps, getting that level 3, clearing everything before choosing to go and get that scuttle crab. Overall, we'll have different effects, as Ethug is up by a sizable amount of 16 CS compared to Ghostly. As, oh no, Senna has already 12 stacks. Gonna get worse and worse, especially with those auto attack. Just gonna be able to bully the range of Kaisa, along with Dean having a melee champion and Kaisa a short range AD carry. Looks like we can see the 1v1 coming out from Ghostly, trying to abuse his CS lead. Doesn't really matter though. Pops the potions. Looks like Remember's gonna show up though, getting the auto attack, as Ghostly is just too strong level 1. It doesn't even matter. Looks like Dean's going to be double root down here. He's going to be auto attack, and that's going to be another kill for Senna. Really good job using those auto attacks. Really impressive coming out from WCD's bot lane here. Able to take some sizable damage off her early game with some good trades, and is able to finish her off with a root combo. Double E coming out from Seraphine. As we can see, they're trying to push this wave in, as Minu is just trying to get some good farm. We currently have a teleport advantage topside, and Def is just taking some minion aggro, trying to get the wave to shove in. Red Hoss looks like he's going to back here, but I can't confirm yet. He is on vision. Dean is also here with his support, with his AD carry. I mean, having 2 daggers compared to Senna's going for that tier and Ruby Crystal. Not going to be a lot of damage increase for the side of WCD, but mostly going to give them more sustain in lane and just start stacking that tier. Probably going for the Manamuni build, which is quite surprising, not seeing her go for the Kraken Slayer. Maybe due to the fact that of how expensive it is. As Ethug's going to be picking up another camp. Still does not have Scuttle Crab on the top side. Hitting level 5 here, as we can see a CS lead starting to form across the lanes. Not too much in the jungle, still slowly closing the gap. Top lane, small, very small, along with 80 carry being relatively small. But we have to take a note, is Senna getting gold from her stacks has been increased. So it's about equivalent to Galio, but probably less, knowing the fact that he's executed cannon waves. So Galio probably has a gold lead over Senna. Actually, no, the kill makes it irrelevant. Has literally a 400 gold deficit of Senna. Senna has more gold than Kaisa, though, right now. That is very impressive. Even though that the CS is so close, that assist and kill, that first blood making up the difference. Able to use that WE and just clear the way very quickly. Trying to force this dragon here with Olaf. It is warded in the river, basically, by the Skull Crab. So not too much. Oh, sorry, I mean just the ward. Ghostly Cat's going to be taking this. Olaf is quite strong at the level 1, as we can see. Definitely he's going to be... Dean is definitely going in. As they're slowly pinging, slowly approaching, looking for this engage. This is going to be a fight for this dragon. It's important to realize how this goes. Looks like we get the auto attack, the double stun coming out from Dean. Dean is getting quite low. Doesn't have anything. Gets the heal coming out from Goblin. Goblin's going to save him. Getting the auto attack. That's going to be a flash on the other side. It's going to be a dead Senna. And it's going to be a dead mid laner. Are they going to be able to follow up, though? No root coming out onto Ascent. Ascent does not have ultimate. The flash coming out from Seraphine. Seraphine is getting slowed. Able to smite. Ethug is getting continuously slowed. Gets the shield at the perfect timing. Just goes in a little too late. He's able to live with 1 HP as Goblin tries to throw out the W to finish off the kill, but unable to do it. And they're going to have to let Ethug die there for that greed kill. Ethug does have a relatively strong item advantage, having 2 components of his Trinity Force complete, as Olaf only has that small amount, having about a 500 gold deficit for him. But that bot lane is making it up, having a crazy lead. Kaisa getting some good gold from that fight, but it's not enough to match the Seraphine. Senna having already 2.2k each of them, as Dean is only 1.8. Not too much happening here, as we can see stacks slowly going over to Senna. Senna's just getting some good stacks right now. This is not what you want to see, as Dean is rooted here, as it looks like Goblin's going to be left to die in the wave. Trying to get as much damage as he can, actually. Try to get the minions. It's going to fall to the turret at the end. Shen is going to also use his teleport. He's going to be pinged by the Mordekaiser, telling his team that they have no teleport. They're going to have teleport advantage soon. Shen does not have ultimate, though. It's going to be on about a 80-second cooldown, to be precise. So he's not going to be able to go in here. As Mordekaiser is going to ult him in the middle of the lane. Unable to get that CC up. Just going to get some auto attacks. Rooting him at the end. The damage coming out from Porsche is quite strong. And that's going to be a wasted ult coming out from Red Hots. Getting some good damage, but it's not enough to end up killing him. Does buy the Seeker's Arm Guard for some AD resistance or armor, as the ult coming out, and the Galio, they're just going to be able to CC this Victor to high heaven. This is the best 2 out of 3 series, as is important for this game. BSU win this, they win it all. Able to stop the back. Seraphine is still going to be able to make the back, though. Going for that Moonstone, which is a very strong item, as we noted earlier. It's going to be able to heal for every instant of damage that you do. And with Seraphine being the carry of the lane, or basically the champion with the gold, she's going to be able to spam those abilities, spam that healing. Senna and her are going to have so much healing that if Kaisa and BSU do not buy heal cuts, they're going to have a bad time into this lane, let alone this game. As we can see, Porsche using his Tiamat to clear those minions. Getting some good damage, actually. Dodging the Mordekaiser's cools. Oh, as we can see, not too much happening. Both teams are relatively even in CS overall. The only really noticeable CS gap is in the mid lane, with about a 12-15 CS lead. As Seraphine is just popping her abilities, trying to get that wave, as the wave is pushing towards
Boise State, Olaf is in the jungle, looking for a dive potentially. Not too much happening. Olaf is not going for the dive. He's just kind of sitting there. Porsche is topside, having a small CF deficit, but not enough to really notice, as they are pinging it. Olaf and Hecarim are both bot side here. Galley does have ult. They're trying to go in, getting the auto attack. It looks like Goblin is in the middle of it. He doesn't have ult. He's going to get caught out. Goblin's going to fall down as the ult coming out from Gene. He's able to get some good CC. The charm coming out. Ult from Hecarim, and Mordekaiser's using his TP to go in. They're going to be able to pick up 3 kills for 1 as Ghost is going to fall to Mordekaiser, picking up 2 kills from his team. There is a Herald popped available on eThug. The real question is, will they decide to use it here, or are they going to back off? Kai'Sa's ultimate in so early, did not realize that they had the jungler there and was able to get pinched between them. Galio tried to save her with his ult, but he was unable to. Mordekaiser does not have R though right now, and he's had to sacrifice top lane as he does not have teleport. Kai'Sa is going top to cover the wave for now, but Shen is still strong enough to the point where he can be a threat. Senna is mid lane. They're spawning the Herald right now, trying to get some good chunk onto the turret. I don't think it will be enough. The turret looks like it is already charging though, so it does not matter. And that's going to be some good gold for Etha. You can see it comes up on his screen, getting that 260 gold, popping 2 plates, picking up the dragon, and you can see cast top side, trying to pick it up. Interesting to note that he did take Ghost. He has used it to level 1, but not a lot of real power to it. I think the most notable thing in this game is the fact that he's just going to be able to run Goblin down. Goblin dodging the abilities, but it's not enough, as he has to burn his flash to get away. Right now, we can see a 555 healing as Ascent is just getting auto attacked down in this game as Ethan's going to run away. Red Hots is top lane, just even out that farm. Has that 2k gold lead, decides to go for that 1300 gold Omnivamp item on AP. Looks like he's going to be building into Riftmaker this game. Shen is sitting on a sizable amount of gold, 2.3k. Will probably back into a full item. The interesting thing will be if he decides to go for a tanky item. Don't want to be the best thing to go for an item like Hydra, but he can go for it. Actually, not. I mean Hydra, Ravenous Hunter, but or Hydra. I don't even know. His flash is not able to finish it. It's gonna be another kill. Shen burns his flash for the kill and flash of Red Hots. Red Hots did have ult there. Did not choose the ult. The Senna, or he probably was down too much. Oh, yep, Titanic Hydra. That's actually a relatively good buy. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I'm just really bad at this game. Don't talk to me. As we can see the flash coming out, they're going to be able to trade Hecarim's ultimate for the flash onto Samira. Samira not having flash is actually really vulnerable for her because of Malphite, Galio, Hecarim. These champions can just punish her inability to move. Since she does not have Staff of Flowing Water yet, she does not get that movement speed boost. And without that movement speed boost, she's not going to be able to dodge those important abilities, let alone be able to dodge a unstoppable Malphite that is going at her at Mach 5. With her range though, she is getting good CS, staying in even. Senna has her first item actually, choosing to go for Gale Force into this team comp due to their tankiness. The flash coming out from Remember though, the ult coming out is not going to be enough. They're going to pick up a double kill for WCD here. Really good job though coming out from Samira and Remember, using their flash to bait the opponent to go in. Using their ultimates and not able to finish anything off. Goblin is bot side though, matching the enemy top laner. He's kind of scared though, as the guy is here trying to bully him away so he doesn't get that burst. Sen is coming down though, as Red Hots is top side. They do have teleport though. Minimu is running through. Red Hawk's going to be able to pick up that first turret of the game. Actually, sorry, second turret of the game. Okay, and we can see Goblin is most likely dead here. Galio is on the outside just trying to bait them in. He does have ultimate to protect the tower dive. As Hecarim does spot out, cast in his jungle, hits him with the WQE, gets the smite, goes for the challenge smite, does have the ult. Ult coming out from Galio, and he's unstoppable right now, holding the taunt as long as possible. The ult coming out from Hecarim is not enough. It looks like Goblin is trying to 1v1. It's not enough, and Goblin's going to fall along with Hecarim. They're not going to be able to get a single kill due to the Shen taunt coming out and his shield preventing auto attacks. Really good job from Porsche there, using his abilities to protect his teammates as they try to stall time. Dean was trying to buy as much time as possible with his W, forcing them to space away, holding it to the end so they can get that increased route. So an ulti coming out to onto Cat. He's just going to run away. I don't know what Red's doing. Oh, getting that multiple. Gets charmed, though. It's not going to be enough. Not even able to pop his shield. As this game is slowly snowballing in the hands of WCD. Oh, that is a very nice recall animation for Olaf typing away on the keyboard. Goblin is behind compared to Senna and Samira. About 1,000 gold. Senna is just cleaning up. Has more gold than Samira, though she does not have even a fifth of the CS. Dragon currently up, second dragon in the game. Senna does not have a lot of mana, but does have her ultimate. Will she decide to back is the real question, or will she choose to stay for this objective that could potentially be fought over? This is third dragon, so most ADCs have about their first item. Some have their second, but in this game, we don't even see the first item of Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa going for the serrated Dirk for that isolated Q damage, rather than deciding to finish out that Kraken Slayer or potentially even a Gale Force. Hope they'll be able to pick up the dragon for WCD. That's not even contested. That's really important, is they're trying to trade the dragon for Herald. Find themselves some objective to control, get some snowballing, take out the mid turret, take out the top turret again, or even the bot. Open up the map more for those cheesy plays with Galio ult and Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa still does not have her first item, sitting on about 6,000 total gold, 7,000 in her pocket. Would be able to buy a mythic if she chose to, but I think she's either waiting for the opponent to build something or just kind of sitting around. Clearing out that mid lane as Ethug is there. Shen is just pushing these waves topside, getting those blast kills away, preventing the engage. Galio does not have flash, which is an important tool for him to use to engage, as W flash has to be cast afterwards, not before. As we can see the fight going down, and I just missed it. As we can see a small fight going on between Porsche and Ethug. Ethug is going to get taunted here, getting rooted down, getting ulted, uses his ult to get away. The ult coming out from Senna just a little bit off, just too far. They're going to be able to take this blue buff. Just slowly going to back their way out of it. Able to secure a small objective and almost a kill. Just a couple units away from killing that Hecarim, even though he was rooted. Just predicted a little too high. As Senna's able to slowly build up a massive stack lead. Seraphine is going for Flowing Water Moonstone, as we can see her picking up the components for Flowing Water. And also has those Lucidity Boots, giving her that CDR along with a Summoner Spell CDR. CS lead is pretty massive on the side of mid lane, about 30 CS now. 80 carry does have some CS lead, but again, the flash ult coming out. He has to get rooted here. It's not going to be hit by anyone. Ascent is able to survive. Burns his flash and his ultimate for a flash on Senna. They're able to get the W in, but it's almost no damage showing on her. She's doing so much. They're going to lose the Herald. It's going to crash, but it's not going to be enough. Getting that first turret, as looks like Red Hot is going to go in. Gets the Q, gets the auto attack. Just looks like he's going to be getting some good damage as Galio is here. Does have his ultimate. Galio's going to be ulting on top of him. Able to run away. Oh, getting the knockout. That's going to be a kill, hopefully onto Shen, getting that true damage burn for Red Hots. Doing a really good job of spacing him, buying time for his team, along with doing damage to that passive. Mordekaiser is just a really strong champion around that 1-2 item power spike, especially in a 1v1 against Shen. Shen can just have as much armor as he wants, but true damage is true damage. Ghost is going to be picking up this wave, hopefully trying to protect that turret, as Galio is hanging around the bot side. Want to make sure that Mordekaiser doesn't get dove. Pinging for his team to come help him on the red buff. Interesting enough. Not too much happening overall, as Red Hots is still just crashing waves, taking in Ghost, as Ghost does have Gorge Drinker right now, so he will be looking for another item. Going for the Phage. But will open him up to the options of either a Black Cleaver or potentially a Stair Axe. Both of those items build out of it, I believe, at the moment, unless changes have been made. But I believe, yep, no, that's a Stair Axe gauge. He's going for the Pickaxe along with the Phage, which is both two components of Stair Axe gauge, giving him some really good power along with healing. Running himself at the enemy AD carry. Goblin's going to have to burn his flash, summoner spells, get anything he can to gap close away. His team will not be able to protect him until that old CDR is down. Looking at the gold values for both teams, we can see about an 800 gold lead in the mid lane for WCD. Also about a 600, 700 gold lead in the jungle for Boise State and top lane. The only lane that's heavily favoring WCD is that bot lane, as you can see that they are immensely ahead in both the support and AD carry position. Not as much ahead in the AD carry, but still is a lead nonetheless. Auto-attacking Kai'Sa, giving her a sizable chunk, and she's just forced to farm out this game. Torch is getting ready for this dragon. This is going to be 4th dragon in the game, putting BSU on soul point if they're able to secure this. Ethug is looking here. You still see the control ward. Oh, getting hit back. It looks like the flash taunt coming out. He's going to be able to hit Ethug, getting the charm. That's not going to be enough. The ult coming out from Ascent. And he's just going to get bursted away. That's going to be another kill. As it looks like Goblin is getting run down by the Victor. Victor gets ulted. He's going to be stuck in the middle of that area as his team is trying to buy time for him. Not going to be enough as his ult does end. And that's going to be an ace for WCD. Really good job of using those abilities to combo up. Seraphine just has so much power right now with Senna, peeling really hard, having the staff flowing water. Only 4,800 gold total, and they're going to have a 2-item power spike. As they're going to be starting on top of this. Ascent currently has 158 ability power as the mid laner, and Seraphine has 138. Just think about that. Ascent, who has been solo farming this entire time. A champion who has an entire based item for AP damage, has barely more AP damage than the enemy support who has 2 items. Oh, looks like the ult coming out from Ascent, doing a really good job going for his team, able to get that pick onto Victor, has no flash. Olaf is ulting, going to be able to run away. Torch is not going to be able to stop him. That Serax gauge doing some serious work for their team. They're going to be able to pick up this engage. Baron is still up for them. It looks like they're going to be trying to force this for their team. Kai'Sa and Galio do not have ult. Galio is going to be going in by himself, unable to do anything. He's just going to fall down. He's going to get ulted here, as it looks like Ghost is going to go in. The taunt coming out onto Red Hots. Red Hots is just stuck in the middle of them, not able to do anything. He's going to get picked up, and it looks like a double CC onto Hecarim. Goblin's going to fall into the back line. It's going to be a 3 for 0 there. They're going to be able to pick the dragon up. Baron. I think this game has lost or ran out of the controls of BSU. They are in such a bad position behind in every lane. Kai'Sa is just not ahead. That Seraphine has hit her power spike on those Moonstaff build, and we can see a small lead coming out. We can see that there's trying to pull at strings. We got Hecarim finishing his item almost on his second one, but that Senna is just too strong with that 2-item power spike, and she's going to continue to get more and more stacks. It's going to be a really tough time for BSU if they want to do anything. Dean is just getting blown up in these fights. He can't do anything. He's really struggling, burning his summoner spells, and he's not able to keep his teammates alive. Unlike the previous game where he was just doing such a good job of these 4-man, 5-man, and just multi-man taunts, knockups, everything for his team. But now he's just in a situation where the enemy is just getting on top of him time after time after time and bursting him down. Sarah and Seraphine are providing so much peel, movement speed, and constant healing for their teammates that it doesn't even matter. You can see Red Hots is currently getting auto attacked and stuck, and he's just going to die from a single attempt of an engage. Not able to do anything. The ult coming down on through all of them. Look at that range, and they're going to be able to take this mid lane turn as Ascent goes in, gets a 2-man knockup. Ult coming down, and look at that, getting a multiple man knockup, getting a 2-4-0. Ult coming out as Yasin is trying to buy space for his own teammates, getting some sizable damage, and that's going to be a 2-4-1, picking up Goblin. Goblin has 0 summoner spells. Even blew his ultimate, was not enough. Ethug doing a really good job of using his fear alongside the Malphite ulto, just wombo combo them to death. And they're just able to pick up the mid lane turret, using the ultimate from Shen to give themselves some more spacing as Ethug is getting caught out here. Not going to be able to get chased down though, as Ascent is 2 levels behind the enemy jungler, also a level behind Seraphine right now. Seraphine has more XP than Malphite does. Not too much happening overall. We can see both teams just kind of getting into a farm state. We can check back up on Senna, who has 120 stacks, which is the equivalent to 90 damage and 150 bonus range. As we can see here, she has 750 attack range compared to Kaisa. Kaisa is not even close to that strong right now. Kaisa only has 526, which is her default range. Senna has more base range than Kaisa and is already doubling it. She can auto attack her away. And that's just not something you want to be. Oh, that's just such a bad situation. See the summoner runes and everything. Senna's just making some really good decisions for her teammates. As we can see, Red Hots trying to help out this Baron buff topside and preventing another turret from falling. But they're already down 8k in gold, 7k in gold, I mean. And it's just not looking very good. Trying to get a multi-man stun knockup, just everything to burst these people down, prevent them from moving. And they can see Senna, they get the knockup, they get the fear, they get the ult to come out. Senna's going to flash, pops the ultimate for her team. That's going to be enough. She's going to be all attacking from the back line. It looks like he's going to be dead. It looks like Goblin is just so low, he can't do anything. He's going to get bursted down by Victor. Victor's going to do his ultimate. That's going to be a team white. They're going to trade 1-4-4. That's going to be in the top side. They're going to only lose the Seraphine, who is unfortunate enough to not be able to flash. And that's going to be a really good engage coming out from BSU, but they just don't have the stats to back it up, as they are 1-8, 1-3, 1-4. They just aren't fed enough to fight against WCD here. WCD is just going to run into the base and probably end this game right here and right now, as the kill timers are long enough. They also do have the power to just end this game. Having that WQ, looks like Red Hots is going to try to 1v1 the Senna. Senna does have enough time though, getting that good W, the auto attacks, and they're going to just leave her to die and just finish the game anyway, getting that flash auto attack. As you can see that, if you saw that at the end, Senna was auto-attacking completely outside of the fight. Auto-Q canceled from all the way over there. Jesus, her range must be ridiculous with that. She doesn't even have rapid-fire cannon yet. Holy crap. So we're going to move on to Game 3 of this series, and I'll be back with you in a moment.
Hello guys, FlashofNight here for Game 3 of Boise State University versus WCD. Today we're going to be playing with Boise State 1-1. This is going to be the final game of this series, and we're just going to get right into it. Currently we have Goblin Dean playing Senna Karma bot lane. This is a non-traditional bot lane. Looks like they're both being running Barrier against Lucian Nautilus, as they have gone for Heal Ignite. Trying to get some more survivability, as Karma also has Guardian. Untraditional as well, as Maokai mid is not a traditional build, going for Aftershock into that Syndra. We've seen Remember do a really good job against Ascent throughout this series, getting multiple 20, 30 CS leads, along with getting kill leads against Ascent. Ascent has been basically stuck on tank duty for a lot of these mid lane games, besides that Anivia one. And when he wasn't on those tank champions, he did really poorly. So he really needs to pick it up this game and carry his team. Get some roams off, get some vision, use his tank champion to provide a lot of CC into this composition. Nautilus and Camille are relatively tanky champions. They got a good differentiation of damage coming out from both teams. Notably, though, is the Senna is going to be support Senna, not AD carry Senna at the moment. So she does have the option to either go for the Kraken Slayer, or like the new build Kraken Slayer with the attack speed, or she can go for the current build, which is the just Manamune scaling option. It looks like Red is going to be doing an invade onto the red buff. They are spotted on the ward, though. They are pinged out. They're able to take the ward as they're going to be starting, making sure no one's starting that buff, as Lilia's going to be taking the camp early. Dean's going to get some good auto attacks, just getting that Q. Not really much to happen there, as Ascent is going to get that mid lane prio. You can see what both's going on. Able to get some good healing, though, because of its passive. That's going to be really important for this laning phase. Red Hots is playing Renekton into Camille. This is a really tough matchup for Camille, though, as the Red Hots Renekton just have so much sustain. Grass Camille is very strong, especially in pro play / high elo, but Renekton is just one of the hardest champions for Camille to play against. Multiple Camille players will just straight up dodge games in solo queue when going against Renektons. As we can see, he just goes in, able to run her down, and unless she's level 2, she can't really counter. Goblin's just standing in the back, making sure he can get some CS. Lilia is trading both sides of the jungle. Red for red. Looking to get some good damage. Porsche is using his potions to go in. Gene is going to flash. His Goblin's going to slowly run away. Really good hook coming out from Nautilus there, trying to get onto Dean, forcing his flash away really early. Senna's going to be quite immobile without Karma giving her either a speed buff or having to burn her E, but still going to be an easier target for Nautilus to hook. Nautilus is going to get the hook off. It's going to be auto using the barrier, getting out some damage. The nice coming out from Nautilus as they're going to get some auto attacks, chase him down into the lane. Not too much happening anymore as he's going to back off. Bursting both barriers on the champions, and that's not going to be something you want to see right now. Sent is using that Maokai mid to just get some really favorable trades along with the healing. So that's something to note. Along with Dean using his Q positioning really well to make sure he can get stacks along with heals for his team and poke. It's just really good job from him playing the champion. He has 2 stacks that he might have to forfeit in this lane. Making sure they can get that CS. As Dean is going to be just sitting on a support. I want to highlight the fact that Karma is going for tier, and Lilia is still just trading her, taking the red side again. A second thing of Krugs. Oh, that's going to be a cheater recall coming out for the Dorn's thing on Dorn's Blade and Red Hots. He's going to give them a lot more fighting power along with healing to fight in these with the Omni Vamp. Can freeze the wave here, forcing Porsche to take some auto attacks. Uses Porsche passive, and he looks like he's going to E in, baiting away the red. Porsche does a Q up. There's no flash coming out. Dean is unable to get auto attack, though. It's not going to be enough. The stun's coming in. So is the root. Another barrier charge as they're going to get the auto attack. Teleport's coming out from both laners. It looks like Ascent's going to go in. Goblin's trying to get some healing. Looks like Ascent is getting quite low. He's at 200 HP. And it looks like it's going to be Goblin falling for first blood into the Lilia. As Lilia's stuck in the back line. Looks like Ascent is going to fall down as well. It's going to be a 2-for-1. They're going to be able to trade Maokai for the Nautilus. Pulling out the teleport also from Syndra to match the back. Or the teleport bot side. It looks like Ascent is going to be forced to run away. Graves is here, though. Oh, he is just going to fall down here immediately. Senna's trying to keep him alive, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be another kill going towards WCD here. Looks like, remember, is trying to get in, getting some good burst damage. Getting those auto attacks. Oh, that's going to be a Lucian dead there. That's going to be another 1-for-1 for a total of 2-0. Looks like Red Hoss is going to flash, gets the stun up. It looks like Karma is going to be able to get the auto. She gets the root over the wall, just standing right there, trying to give her as much space as she can. Looks like, remember, is going to be able to hit the blast cone over the wall, pinging Ascent to come down. It looks like they're trying to execute themselves into tower.
as she's gonna hit the thing into ward. Oh, able to get the W right there, making sure they can secure that kill. Leaving this game is 4-4-4. Really important to note that, as they were able to use their summoner spells to re-engage into the fight. Trading back all the thing. The thing to note is they still have a 400 gold advantage for WCD here. And that's going to be pretty much equal on every lane. It is most notable on the 80 carry, but they do have that 500 gold difference between Senna and Lucian is concentrated. Or sorry, I mean between Karma and Lucian is concentrated into Senna between Nautilus. So it's about even bot lane. Total gold. Top lane's got a significant lead for Boise State, and Lilia is up by about 500, 400 gold onto Graves. Looks like they're trying to get another cheese onto Ethog. Ethog's going to get rooted down here. Ascent is nearby. He's trying to get some auto attacks. Senna is on her way, trying to get some healing, as looks like Ascent is just going in. He does not have ultimate. He's not going to be able to follow up, as Portia's going to flash in. Oh, sorry, not Portia. That's going to be Ascent flashing away. So it looks like he's going to fall here. Goblin is trying to buy herself time, and it looks like they're just going to pull more abilities, getting the grass coming out. Looks like Ethog is going to get auto-attacked and just pincered between the enemy team. Teleport getting blown from all champions. Just going to be secure this dragon with all 5 members of WCD here. Graves is down with no smite. Neither Lily does have smite, so she's going to be able to pick this up and get a pretty good back for herself. Sitting at about 800 gold right now. Not enough to finish her first item, but enough to give her some power into this laning phase. Most notably right now is the fact that Senna does sit around 13 stacks. It's not a crazy amount, but it is important to realize. As Dean is going to finally hit level 6 here soon. And when he does, it looks like Yasin is just trying to get some pressure, as Ghostly is here as well. They are picking topside. Porsche does have Sheen into the Gore Drink. Not the Gore Drinker, but the awful Iron Whip. He's going to get that stun down. He's just getting some good auto attacks. Porsche tries to trade back with the Empowered Q, but it's still not enough, as so much damage on there is on Renekton with those empowered abilities. It just makes him so strong against Camille, getting those double jashes, chasing him down, getting the stuns, and that Empowered Q. It looks like Ascent is just trying to run at him, getting some good healing, as it looks like Ghostly is here, getting catches out Ethog, as Ethog is just stuck, gets the ultimate, and that's going to be an ult coming out from Ethog. They're just picking up the kill for Lilia, getting her 4th kill of the game, having about a 1,000 gold lead currently over Ethog. As they're going to be able to pick up more and more of his camps, denying him farm. Oh, and it looks like they're going to go in. Red Hawks is stuck here. He's going to get using his ult to knock them up. Uses double E to get out, though. And it's not going to be enough, as he is holding stun. Ghostly is trying to bait for his teammates to come in. They throw the E, and it hits them over the wall of the turret, and just the splash damage is going to finish him off. That's the 5th kill for Lilia this game. She's being quite fed. Both her and Lucian are just tailing each other throughout this laning phase. Lucian's going to be picking up that Executioners to try to reduce that healing that Senna Karma lane, along with Maokai and Renekton. A very good buy for him, especially as he's going to be doing significant damage to each one of those champions, so the less he can reduce their healing by, the better. Sorry, I mean the more he can reduce their healing by, the better. Currently not too many things going on that's that crazy right now. As we can see, Ascent is exactly even in CS. Thinking about taking the middle. I mean, it's not a really crazy game right now. As we can see, Maokai's healing is quite strong, as they're trying to just clear out this river. Remember, is trying to take this Scuttle Crab for himself. As Dean is bot side. Goblin is currently level 7, though, along with Inu, who is also level 7. They're taking these plates into Porsche, and Porsche is just under turret, getting some good auto attack damage onto the wave. Really just trying to either get stacks or really pressure into this game, as it looks like Red Hots is just getting run down by Lucian. Can do a lot with Nautilus there, as Nautilus is just providing so much CC, has his boots, able to run around the map like crazy. Still is not even level 6 yet, notably. So that's going to be really important when he hits that power spike. Junglers are both top side. Support difference is still there in the top lane, as Nautilus is following them around. Looks like he's going to be engaging in a moment. As we can see, Ethog is getting caught out here. Gets hooked, but he E's as the hook connects, and he's able to go over the wall and still get, like, pulled back. Very lucky to not end up dying there, though. As you can see, just golden waves getting picked up. It looks like he's gonna get the stun down. He does still have his Q. He's back in. He gets hit. He's gonna get ulted, and he's not enough. And he's gonna fall down to some basic damage. His Ethog is gonna be here. Not gonna be enough though. That's gonna be able to pick one up though. Not getting hit by a second. Get some good auto attacks on to Ghostly, but Ghostly's not enough. He's gonna be able to get the root down. Hits him back into the wall as Ethog's able to pick the kill up over the wall. As Ascent is gonna continue the chase. Kiting to Syndra, just getting off some good damage into the bush. Syndra is quite low on mana, about 200 mana here. Goes in for the flash ult onto Graves, and it's not going to be enough, as it looks like she's trying to get that Spowers. It looks like Yasin is going to flash in, goes for the kill though. He's going to get quite slow, as Ascent is also slowed. He's able to trade 1-for-1 with the support with his jungler. That's going to be really strong, as currently Graves is redeeming himself, being 3-4 to Lily is 6-2. Lily does have the first item completion along with Graves, both getting their mythics. Currently no other champion in the game does have the amount of gold that they have, besides maybe Syndra sitting around 4,400. Still not able to pick up her own. Oh, that's our first second mythic coming out for WCD here. And that's an important mythic, as they have some tankier champions along that side. That's just going to allow them to do more and more damage, especially into this Maokai mid lane, as applying burn onto him is a lot more effective. We can see not too much happening. This dragon is spawning up soon. About a 1K, almost 2K gold lead on the side of WCD here. Boise State really is trying to abuse that Moonstone Renewer karma here to get some good healing, as they're trying to get Dean and Goblin to run in. They threw out the ability, not able to pick anything up. As we can see, Red Hot is going to be clearing out some wars along with Ethug in this river. Leo's going to be able to pick up that Scuttle Crab, though, as she is level 9. 2 levels up over Graves, completely same level as her top laner and the enemy. Really important to realize that she's almost level 10, and Ethug is barely level 9, along with Red Hot. So we might see Ghostly Cat out-level anyone on BSU here when he's able to pick up some more farm. This is just not something you want to see. You do not want to see the enemy champion, the enemy jungler, be higher level than any of one of your solo laners. That just means he's getting too much gold and too much farm. Now they're going to be able to try and take this. They don't have the charge. Oh, they have the charge going off. That's going to be able to finish off that thing. It looks like Red Hawk is chasing him down, getting some good EQ damage. It looks like Remember is going to knock him away, as we can see the teleport coming out from... Oh, gets Nautilus, gets the Camille, as Camille's going to auto attack down. Red Hawk is down here in the middle of the lane. He does have his Q. He's going to be able to pick up the Syndra, and his Ascent is in the middle of it. With 0 mana, though, he's able to pick up the kill, and Lilia's going to be stuck there, getting auto attacked by Dean and Goblin. They're able to take that kill. Popping the ultimate coming out from Lilia, able to pick up that stack for himself, as they're just going to leave the Senna stack on the ground. Dean right now notably only has 28 stacks of his champion, as it looks like they're going to be able to get the flash coming auto attack, and they're able to pick up another kill onto Syndra, as she has just died almost back to back. Oh, sorry, not back to back, but she just died earlier, and then she's going to get picked up again. But that Temchem notably coming out from Maokai is going to allow him to run at the enemy team and get some crazy slows. Right now it looks like we can see first mythics coming out for everybody but Renekton. Elise notably, not Elise, sorry, Senna has notably the Eclipse, so that's going to give her some good lethality, be able to do some decent damage at that long range. It would be interesting to see if she decides to pick up the Manamune. It doesn't look like it. She's going to get me going for more of a just flat damage slash lethality build, forcing out some good damage onto this Lucian along with Lilia and Syndra, basically a lot of the carrier champions. Ascend's just going to be able to run, getting the knockup, misses the root onto Remember though, but they're able to get the kill, as that's going to be 2 roots coming out to Ghostly, and he has to use his W2A. So much damage coming out into Senna right here, having those 3 kills on her and her completed item, just giving herself that good shield, as Red Hawk is currently just under a turret, trying to clear that wave there, as he's able to do some relatively okay damage there, as Ghostly's going to be picking up that red buff for himself. Has a sizable CS lead over anyone in the on the enemy team. Not enough to make a massive difference, along with Lucian having the most CS in the game currently, about 30 over his enemy AD carry, which is relatively strong. See Red Hawk's going in, getting a root onto the AD carry. It looks like Red Hawk's is not able to heal enough because of the executioners coming out from Lucian, and even Senna's healing herself was not able to save him, as looks like Dean is getting run down, has relatively low HP compared to Lucian, able to get close quite quickly, as there is an ult on Yasin right now. They're both pinging for that mid lane tower. As not too much is happening as both teams decide to just clear out these objectives. Nothing crazy to realize is this first turret for Boise State is going to fall on this bot side. They're pushing in this mid lane, taking that turret. Camille is here. It looks like they're going to be starting that Herald out for WCD here, having about 1.5k gold lead. Not a ton, as Senna and Dean are coming out here, clearing the mid lane. Not too much crazy happening here. It looks like we can see Boise State is going to be starting to take more turrets, more objectives. They are currently down about 2k gold, as they're going to be able to, Ghostly's going to be picking up the second Herald of the game, having about a 2 turret lead for his team because of that Herald along with that top side. Camille is pretty effective at taking towers at the moment due to the fact that she does have grasp, so he's able to take the demolish alongside the fact that she can also take that empowered Q, and her Q allowing her just to auto attack reset, getting true damage on towers to a sizable amount, being a pretty good split pusher because of that. As we can see, Ascent is going in onto Yasin. He's going to be knocked up here, getting that CC as much as they can, as Red Hot is going to be trying to hit them down. It looks like Lilia is going to be stuck in the back line. Knockup coming onto Graves. Not too much as they're going to be able to pick the pick on the Yasin. Yasin is going to fall here as they look at they're going to go into Ghostly Cat. Ghostly Cat is going to get a double man ult off. They're not able to follow anything up as it looks like Flash coming out from Ghostly. Ghostly is going to get his teammate stunned there as it looks like Sen's going to fall out, trying to go back in from Porsche, as we can see the ult coming out from Ascent and Camille, as Camille's going to go in, as we can see Red Hot having that massive ult, getting that shielding coming out from Karma, trying to sustain as much as possible, and he's going to end up falling to the Lucian. Lucian doing some sizable damage in this game. As we can see, the ward is dropped over the river. They're trying to pick that up. As it looks like Lucian is going to try to go and try to take that, but he's unable to. Etha has a sizable amount of items in lethality and almost more gold than the enemy AD carry, but that's not something you want to see right now. As we can see, Senna does not have stun, just getting some good auto attacks, getting some good stacks. Not able to heal, though, and that's a really low Yasin right there. Throwing in his ultimate, he's going back in the back line. As we can see, Ascent is going in, getting so much healing. He's almost, but not able to be saved by Senna. Senna's picking up some sizable amount of stacks here. Has about 43 at 18 minutes. Not the ideal number, but that lethality is helping her to make it that difference. Goblin currently sitting around 100 CS. Does not have enough to buy Staff of Flowing Water if he chooses to go for that Moonstaff build or Gloomstone. Probably most likely leaning towards him, giving himself more movement speed and AP for more effective cost, but we can always see other items being picked up as he is kind of an APC in this team due to him getting a lot more farm than a normal Karma would, especially support Karma. We can see some items coming out, especially the Long Fang on Lucian, or Surface Fang on Lucian in the completed Locket for Nautilus. These items are going to be very important as they're going to give them a sizable amount of damage. It looks like Red Hot is trying to chase him down. Not able to do that much as he's just going to get some good wave clear. Porsche's going to be sitting in the backside, also trying to get some good clear for himself. Senna does have notable amount of lethality with currently 2 total Serex gauge worth of lethality, along with a completed mythic that's going to give her more lethality per item that she builds. In just current mythic path is going to be 4% armor penetration. Really good for her as someone who wants to sit in the back line and just do flat damage. So getting that armor pen on top of lethality is going to be really strong. We can see Red Hoss is going to be fighting Porsche, but Porsche is slowly starting to win as he's getting to that second item power spike with boots, and the amount of armor and damage coming out of Divine Sunder is slowly equivalent to Renekton's just crazy burst damage. As we can see, Ghostly is getting picked up by some auto attacks, and You can see that Dean is just going to get run down here, just going to die instantly to the Syndra. Syndra's going to pop her ultimate onto. It looks like the ult's coming out then from both of them. It looks like we can see Camille going in as along with Lilia. Lilia and Camille are trying to give some space for their AD carry. It looks like we can see Ascent going in, picking up a kill onto the enemy. It looks like Gaston's going to ult him. He's going to fall, and as Ethog is trying to 1v1, able to pick up a kill onto Ghostly, as Ghostly's trying to get some distance. Ethog is probably going to fall here, get some auto attacks on, able to pick up a kill. That's going to be a team wipe. Nearly a team wipe, actually, for WCD, as Goblin is quite low, around currently 100 or so HP, doesn't have any summoner spells. Senna is up now. She does have her ultimate. Turret is going to fall. There is currently no objectives besides Baron on the map, so it's not going to be that crazy of a play, but there is a lot of flexibility they do have with such a lead, especially with a Fed Lucian. And I can also note out that the fact that Karma did go for the Moon Staff build I was talking about with the Moonstone Staff of Flowing Water. This gives her a sizable amount of movement speed and healing, as Karma is going to be doing damage with her Q, but also is able to heal and shield, so that Moon Staff is going to give her a lot of mobility when she does this, and just overall just going to increase her AP, as Staff of Flowing Water is just going to become stronger because of Moonstone's passive. Just items that just work really well together. Most likely will be nerfed in the next patch, but if not, I don't know what Riot's doing. Maybe they know more than I do and it's just not broken, but everyone right now is saying that item combo is just really strong. Renekton is just going in for an attack onto Torch, but he's not able to do anything. Currently, Torch's passive is just so big that a full combo coming out for Renekton is just not enough damage. As we can see, Dean is currently dealing with a Ghostly Cat who is 7-4, has Hourglass now though, so that's going to give him the ability to just go for these insane plays like we saw last game, going for that flash Q, getting a 4-man sleep, and that's in one of those previous games. So if he can do that again, that's going to be really important. Senna still has about 54 stacks, so in the last 3.5 minutes, she was only able to pick up 10 stacks. Not a crazy good amount. As a support Senna, she should be looking towards to have like 100 or so at this point in the game, but it is notable at the fact that the gold is only really concentrated onto the Lucian and the Lilia in this game. Goblin is just kind of here for the ride. Has more gold than the Nautilus, but Nautilus does have ult up. Looks like they're going to try to go in onto the Lucian. Lucian's not going to meet up. Looks like the healing coming out to Run Dot. Ult's coming out from Dean. Dean's just getting some good auto attacks and able to pick another kill. It's going to be a 2-man stun, 3-man stun coming out onto from Ghostly. It looks like Karma's just going to get some good damage, trying to get that root onto Lilia's going to get root, as Ethog's going to be able to pick that triple kill for himself. So looks like going to chase down the Camille. It looks like Red Hot is getting that good stun, getting a good Q. It looks like he's trying to chase her down, gets knocked back, gets stunned. It looks like Goblin is going to boost him up. It looks like they're chasing out Porch in the top lane. Porch is going to get stunned, gets a good auto attack. Has the passive though, but it's not going to be enough. He does have ult. Could give himself some space if he just uses the ult someone. He's then going to get caught by the Graves. Graves getting himself 4 kills in that fight, and that Syndra's going to be able to make her way out. It looks like they're going to also pick up the Dragon. Really good job from Boise State here, picking up some good and needed kills in this game for themselves. Especially on that Graves having 3k gold right now is going to allow him to buy his 3rd item and become finally going to become stronger than Lilia, now having a total 2k gold lead. That Collector really given him some serious damage increase, lethality on his pellets, and also in addition to the fact that he can just auto attack people at low HP. Looks like we can see the ult coming out. The objective is still alive. It looks like Dawson is going in. Ethog is just focusing the AD carry. He is going in. Ethog is able to get taken out by Lucian. They do not have a tank this game. Looks like Dean is going to flash auto attack, as we can see. Ascent is just following him so far. As soon as he locked down, no matter how fast you move, you are going to get chased by that Maokai. Picking up some good stacks for Senna right here. She's able to get 63 stacks in total, already getting 10 stacks in about the span of a minute. Much better stack collection than her previous thing, which was 10 in over 4 or 5 minutes. So definitely an improvement for now, as there's a lot of gold coming out. Ethog still is deciding to buy. He's going to go for some healing into this enemy team comp. Even though they have items like the Executioners on the Lucian, they're still deciding to go for these flat damage healing items. That's going to give just overall more team damage, as they're not really worried about tanking this. Lilia's sleep is scary along with Syndra. You can just apply some good peel for her team. But I think overall I like BSU's team comp more. Renekton is just a strong solo laner that's showing his strength right now.
and zoning away fights. As we can see, Minu going in, ult coming out from everybody. As we can see, Dean is in the back line, just zoning people. As we can see, Lilia's getting ulted, is going to pop her root there. Getting good auto attack. You can see Ascenta's going in from the backside. Ult coming out from both of them. Ascenta's going to fall down. And that turret is so low. They're able to trade 2-4-0 as Camille is bot side. Not too much happening. Ethug is forced to run away. Camille is on the backside here. Goes onto the stun. They're unable to hit on anyone. It looks like Camille is going to be stunned. Going to get to the Kaylin, but it's not going to be enough as she's going to get pulled down. As Ethug's going to get rooted there. The item is not enough. It looks like they're going to be able to get a team wipe for the side of WCD. Really good job from Camille there, closing the gap. Doesn't even have to burn her teleport. They're going to look to start this Baron up. Good job, good call. Just overall, really good job fighting on that. We can see the Nautilus using his ultimates as summoners. Doesn't have Ignite up for that fight, but he did use his flash to get some good roots, along with Syndra using her flash to get some good stuns. Camille's gap close and able to pick up some assists for her team. Lucian is quite fed right now, looking 12-3, having about 3.5 items. That's going to be quite strong. It's going to be a very difficult to deal with AD carry. Even though Graves has 10 kills, 3 items, Lucian's Kraken Slayer along with his Essence Reaver passive of Sheen is just going to be really annoying. Even though they have shielding, we can see Lucian specifically building an item. Also, Guardian Angel, he's trying to give himself as much, if not possible, a chance to win these team fights, because the next team fight could be a massive section of the base, or potentially even the game if it's gone poorly for Boise State here. As Red Hawks is just lurking in the bush. They seem to be A-ramming it mid right now. There is no objectives up though. So we can see Ghostly is level 15, has a level up on everyone of BSU. Isn't level 16 though, so he's not going to have that 3rd level up ultimate, but that's still important to realize. Dean is having some sizable amount of stacks now, has about 70, and they do have Soul, putting Boise State onto Soul Point though. The next Giant will be spawning in the next couple of minutes. Inman's going to be able to pick up that red buff for himself, having double red buff actually, taking the enemy red buff and his own. Camille is pushing topside, as we can see the Chem Temp and another item for this Maokai. Maokai currently has a very small amount of armor. As we can see, Lucian is going to get stunned here. Ult coming out from Malphite, as they're not able to follow up really with anything and not able to hit that stun into Dean. They're basically just going to trade the Lucian's, or the Nautilus ult, really just the Nautilus ult for anything afterwards. They're going to follow up on Descent. Descent is just getting run down. The ult coming out from Camille. And we also can see Austin here is just in the lane, as also a teleport is coming down. Looks like they're going to be ulting. Dawson is able to get away, but it looks like Camille is going to get roofed down on the sun coming out. She's able to get some good healing, but it's not going to be enough. Lucian is here now. He's going to do some sizable amount of damage. Gets rooted. He's going to be in the middle. Looks like Ascent is going to fall. It looks like the ult coming out. Lily's going to use that soft hours. Just the ultimate from Lucian is doing so much damage. He's able to follow with that extra health. He still does have his stack of Guardian Angel. Not going to even fall yet. That's going to be a 4-4-0. Sorry, 3-4-0. As we still have Red Hots and Dean alive. Their job is to defend the base. Ghastly is the weakest target at the moment, but it looks like it's not going to be enough, as Camille is just taking a large amount of tower shots without any worry in the world. We can see Dean is just auto-attacking, but it's not going to be enough, as Lucian is here trying to get some good damage in. Not too much that's going on right now. It looks like they're just trying to finish this game, and that's going to be game 3 going towards WCD, ending the series 2-1. I think the overall team comp of Boise State was better, but that gold lead that Lilia was able to accrue in that early game with the help of Nautilus roams really put Graves behind, forcing them to go for some more desperate plays that did pay off occasionally, but overall they lost more team fights, were not able to get as much objective control, and then when they finally lost that team fight in the top lane when Ascent went in, the game was unfortunately over after that, as they lost too many of their players and they could not defend their own base. And we could see WCD just running it over, taking control of the lane. As we can just see the gold counts, 16,000 gold on Lucian, almost as much gold as the enemy bot lane combined. If we don't even count Nautilus being there, he has as much gold as them combined. Just a little bit less, about 700, 800 less gold than them. But still, that's so much gold for your carries to have. Alongside, if you look at the Lilia, even though she's behind the Graves, her ultimate is so much more impactful for her team. Graves can do damage onto Lucian, onto Syndra, but he's really not going to be hitting
that Nautilus and Camille that hard, but we can see Lucian has that true damage. Kraken Slayer going to be doing some serious punch for his team. Overall, I think WCD just played the game, the laning phase just much better. They got a lot better roams. The communication was there, getting those objectives, having top lane rotate down. I don't like the fact that Boise State was drafting the Renekton into Camille just because it's Renekton into Camille. It worked with their team because Renekton is a dive comp and he's a really strong champion. But the thing is, if he falls, he hits that one item power spike and then he just slowly withers away. And we can see from every game that we played that they played today that the game was going to go past that 1-2 item power spike. So unless Renekton could get a really big lead, it was most likely going to be a downhill slope for him. As we could see him doing some sizable amount of damage, but eventually he was trading into a 0-4 Camille, and Camille just auto attacks him. She gets her passive, and it just doesn't matter how much damage he does. He does a Q, he does an auto, empower auto, and E, and it's just not enough. He ends up taking more damage from her than he is able to do to her, and end up just losing every trade because of her passive, and we can eventually see that eclipse. We also need to realize the fact of the level lead that WCD had this game, able to hit level 15 on every single one of their champions except for Yasin, compared to only level 14 on that top lane Renekton. I really want to see some more games out of these teams. I think that one game that Boise State won was a really good job using that 80 carry that Kaisa, but I think the WCD just played these laning phases better. They used their support to roam, punish this farm lane that didn't have a lot of kill pressure, and Lucian was still able to get fed even though he was by himself in lane. Just overall great itemization, even from both players going for the Moon Staff build. I just think overall WCD played this game just so much better, and they were able to just take it away, ending the series 2-1. Thank you guys for joining me today, and that's going to be the end of the series. Until next time, I've been FlashofNight.